Um, Happy Monday, guys. Happy new week. Happy new day. Um, okay, so this video is actually overdue. I promised to make this video last week, but I had so much work. There was no way I was going to do it. Um, but yeah, so let's talk about where we stopped last week. So from the last video, I spoke about how to build confidence for interviews, and I think a lot of you get the gist from the feedbacks and comments and direct messages I got. So this week we will build on where we stopped, and that is about behaving yourself at interviews, like when you go to interview. Well, now it's online, so most interviews are online as far as I know. Post COVID, I've not seen anyone going on site for interviews. So let's think about common sense we will build around taking interviews from your house online. So when I mean common sense, I mean common sense. Like there's some things you should just not do. Like don't take interviews in a room where you have more than one person. It should just be you. It's your interview. So tell your friends or your friends, to excuse you. If you have to excuse yourself, find a safe space. Um, get someone to look after your kids. Don't let them make noise in the background. Just avoid distraction. That's the gist. So I will leave that because it's common sense. Everyone should know, the right thing to do. But let's talk more about during the interview itself. So during the interview itself, remember the last time I spoke to you about your CV as an instrument, like a weapon your interviewer wants to use against you. And there is no complication about this. It's very simple. If you're writing on your CV that you've worked with pivot table to create advanced reports in Excel, whatever that may be, whether you actually did it, whether you finessed your resume, the point is it's on your resume, so you should be ready to just defend it. So, and this way, the best approach is understanding. There's something I call the we and the I's. So, and the reason I say this is because ambiguity is real, the way people communicate. So when you want to explain what you've done, you want to defend yourself. It's not they're not having a team interview. It's a you interview. So um, it's going to be building around you talking about what you've done. Okay, an example is an interview. I've actually experienced this before. An interviewer would ask you, "Oh, from your CV, we can see you've worked with pivot table, created advanced report. Tell us how you did this." Say, you cannot and you should not say too much of oh, I worked with a team, and within this team we did this, we did that, we did this, we did that. No, avoid the we, use I. And the reason I'm saying use I is because they're not interested in that team as much as you might think. They are more interested in you. Even if you work within a team and you want to talk about your team, it's completely fine. But always try to, incorporate yourself and be specific about what you've done, and so you don't sound too vague. So you want to sound, say exactly what you've done. And an example is, oh, even if you want to say, well, I worked with a team that created reports with Excel, with different tool, Power BI, whatever that tool is. You want to say within this team, I did this. I did the VLOOKUPs. I did the error cross checking, whatever you did, be specific about it within that. So that is for that. And also learn how to create stories. And the reason I'm saying you should learn how to create stories is because it would save you the stress of cramming. You don't want to cram, because when you cram to an interview or you memorize too much, once you miss a part of what you memorize, your brain knocks. I mean, whatever that might be, but you get a gist. So build a story, and the reason you should build a story is because you can walk them through the flow. It also reflects how much you know about the subject matter you're talking about, and you can build an interest. You might be saying an entire workflow, building a story around an entire workflow of what you've actually done. And from that story, your interviewer will find something that interests them. It has happened to me many times, when I'm explaining everything I've done during interviews. There is always one thing the interviewer will say, "Oh, from what you were explaining, you said this. I think I'm interested in it. Can you talk more about this?" Of course, you don't want to talk about things you've never done before, because that way you start digging hole for yourselves. That's a conversation for another day. So building stories is it's easier said than done, of course, but I'll probably find another video to build on that. So don't forget, avoid using we. Learn to use more of I, what I did, what you did, to avoid the ambiguity. That's it for this episode, and I hope you gained one or two things. So thank you for watching. See you next time.